Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird. We're back with some more Steel Division 2 action for you today. This is a Steel Division 2 League match from Group 4, and we have Tiger against Alexandre. I think one of the games in this matchup was cast by Rangru and Khan, so if you want to see the other game from this matchup, head over to the to one of their YouTube channels or both of their YouTube channels and check it out. So who do we have, or what divisions do we have? We have on screen Tiger playing the 84th guard Strelkovi. He's on the left hand side in red, and he's playing Vanguard Income. So the 84th guards, they get the IS2s. Tiger has one of them in A and then two in B, so only 3 IS2s. So not many IS2s. The 84th can certainly bring out a lot more of them than 3. But with a Vanguard deployment, losing 3 IS2s would be, you know, quite a lot. So I can see why he's paring himself down here. In terms of the remaining units, the Chernopizzanikis in A, I can see some of them have been placed down, and they are very strong units at the moment. I think I mention it in every cast, but they genuinely, they're very strong units. He's got the 2 AT guns, the 2 M42 AT guns, 2 cards of them in A, both of them upvetted. Supporting tank wise, he has the T-34Es in A and the KV-8Ss in A as well. So the 84th guards, they don't get a lot of supporting armoured vehicles. The Su-76 MPT is in A as well. I think if Alexandre can make it through A phase, you know, destroy the tanks that the Tiger brings in, and then get rid of the IS-2s, I think he can... he then just has to worry about the infantry. So it's kind of as simple as that. This is the 84th Guards' weakness, is the you know, the lack of those supporting vehicles. He has what, 9 tanks in total, plus 3 KV-8Ss, so that's 12. Plus you add the Su-76 MPTs, that's 16 armored vehicles in total. That's all that Alexandre needs to take down. Let's have a look at Alexandre's deck. He's playing on the right hand side in blue, and he's playing the 21st Panzer. So he has the Tiger. He doesn't have to worry about those IS2s as much as maybe I was initially thinking. And if you look at the number of tanks that Alexandre has compared to Tiger, Alexandre has 54 tanks. Tiger had what, 16 in total when we include the other armoured vehicles. So Alexandre has a lot of armoured vehicles at his disposal. And I think in the infantry game, the Panzergrens at the moment, they are very strong. The 84th Guards, they can field a lot of good infantry, and certainly they can field a lot of good CQC, close quarters infantry, which on this map will be nice. But I think Tiger's going to have some difficulty if he loses a lot of tanks, if he doesn't trade well with those IS-2s and the tanks that he does have. His infantry are going to be exposed, and then he's going to have to... he's going to have to hunker down and deal with whatever comes at him. Both players, they're playing Vanguard Income. And interesting as well, Alexandre, if you look at his anti-air, he only has fighters in his deck, and then his anti-air consists of 4 Gepards in A, which I presume are to support that A-phase Tiger, and then 3 Flak 4188 mils. So... I mean, the Flat 4188s, they're great units. It's just an interesting combination. It's just an interesting combination. So it's 3 IS-2s against 3 Tigers in this game. That's what it looks like right now. We're having a look at deployment. I'm just going to speed this up so we can get into the game. This is a League a Division 4 game in the league, so deployment is a little bit slower for the guys while they, you know, they're less familiar with the maps, they have less playing experience, and you know, it just takes them a little bit more time to get used to placing units down and strategizing and bringing up a plan. Let's have a look. On the left hand side in red, we have Lee Tiger playing the 84th Guard Stroke OV on Vanguard Income. We have an IS-2 in the northern area going into the city. Looks like no attack in this southern side, and this is an easy flag for the red side to take early on with the Ognamachiki, so it's a shame the Tiger isn't pushing for that flag. On the right hand side in blue, playing the 21st Panzer, we have Alexandre on Vanguard Income, and he is pushing a northern attack with the Flammenwerfers. He's got a lot of Flammenwerfers in there. He's got four Flammenwerfers in there, and the SDKFZ 250/9s. Will he be able to overwhelm the Tiger's units, because they are a little bit slower to get in here, especially the Cherno-Pidzanikis in the ZIS 5E truck. It looks like a Sapri Rocks here is pushing forward, needs to unload, or he is going to lose that unit. Yeah, he's definitely going to lose it to all the SDKFZ 250/9s coming in. Second unit goes down there as well, so a couple of losses early on, but the T-34E is going to come in, and yeah, it does beat back a lot of these 250/9s, so does get a gun jam though. That's unfortunate, and hopefully Le Tiger can pull that one back. He is doing. Oh no, it does go down. It's the Pack 38 here. I did miss this unit come in, so the Pack 38 did get the kill. Oh, look at this, the Sapri Rocks coming around the northern side of this forest. Nice little movement of units there. Let's just look into the center area, and it looks like Le Tiger's dropped off a lot of Cherno-Pidzanikis. A lot of Cherno-Pidzanikis. He has the IS-2 coming in here, and it's going to face off straight down the road. I'd actually prefer to move it more northern and, you know, try and get around the northern area through this little gap here. Try and get around so that you can then stop firing onto this reinforcement road. That will be my aim with that IS-2, but the Tiger's just going to face it off down the road. In the southern side, Le Tiger has pushed forward with the Ognamachiki, and it shows how much of an advantage. I think he must have re-microed them, realising where he was. And the two Ognamachiki should win against the single Flammenwerfer. Yes, they do. But Alexander is reinforcing with Pioneers, and the Pioneers should beat those Ognamachiki out. The Tiger's trying to reinforce now with Guardias. There is a Marder 1 down here from Alexander, but he hasn't got in a fantastic spot. I'd like it to be, you know, further up so it can at least fire on this hilltop here. Back here, it's only really covering this area, and there's no way that Le Tiger is going to be able to push into here right now. You know, the front line has to be somewhere up here before this area is in jeopardy. In the central city, a little bit of skirmishing. The IS-2 is engaging the Panzer IV-G. I think one of the tanks that were down here has gone. No, it's here. The Panzer 39HF has moved around. It's trying to flank that IS-2, but I still don't think it's going to manage that. Up in the northern side, the 250/9s, two of them have gone down. Sapri Rocks is in position. The Pack 3850s there. It looks like Alexander's bringing in reinforcements as well as a mortar to help him out in that northern area. At the moment, it's 12-12, and I think both sides have, you know, have traded fairly decently right now. They're trading okay. The Tiger picks up a very nice kill against that Pioneer unit, losing only one Ognamachiki, so fantastic work there. Alexander now spawning in some more Flammenwerfers, trying to take that area. And the reinforcements from Le Tiger are going to come in, and hopefully he should have a good chance here in this southern area. Definitely has the opportunity here to make some ground. In the centre town, that IS-2 is king, but we have a Königstigerring now, who is the double king. The Königstiger is moving up, and it's going to be a face-off. Königstiger versus IS-2. Who's going to win? Well, the Königstiger should win this matchup. sort of 9 times out of 10. And it'd be look for Litiger to try and react. Once he spots that Königsdagger come in, he has to take the IS-2 off the road. I mean, at that distance, the 200 millimeters of penetration, he can penetrate a Königsdagger, but there's much more chance for the Königsdagger. Oh, first shot kill. Wow, first shot kill. Königsdagger gets the crew kill onto the IS-2, and Alexandre is going to be so pleased with that. The second gets the fuel explosion. A massive blow to Litiger on this left-hand side. Absolutely massive blow. There's no armor left here now. No anti-tank capability. He has the T-34's E's coming in, but he has to be worried about the Königsdagger in this position. And yeah, that's a huge blow, and Alexandre can definitely capitalize on that. Looks like Alexandre is pushing forwards the Panzergrenz in the northern section. He's sneaking a flag here, and he's holding a 12-12, counteracting this flag here. One of the Ognamachikis has gone down. The 2 Flammenwerfers are pushing in. David G, Litiger, sorry, who is known as David G. So if I say David G, I'm referring to Litiger here. He has his Guardia sat in the open, so he definitely needs to move them into the forest. Alexandre has pushed up his Marder 1 now, which into a much better position. Yes, this is the kind of position he wanted from the start, so he can definitely cover that hilltop. The Flammenwerfers are pushing forwards, and they will win out against the Ognamachiki. The T-34Es are pushing in. It's a case of both players are just sitting on the crossroads here with their heaviest tanks, kind of just protecting the road. Neither side is really engaging in this city at the moment. The T-34Es, I would like them to, you know, really push. Oh, bit of a micro mistake here from Litiger, pushing this Guardia. Oh, he's realised. He has realised, so that's good. I'd like to see the Tigers kind of, the T-34Es kind of move up here, you know, into this kind of area, start to threaten this, and then maybe move a bit further south and try and get into a position, maybe split them up, you know, and try and get into a position to side shot this Königsdagger. But even a side shot, you know, this thing has 90 millimeters of side armor, so it's going to have to be a fairly close range side shot. You know, we're talking like 700, 800 meters, but within that city it will be close range enough. The other 250/9s have gone down now to the T-34E, and if we look at the units here, Litiger definitely has enough to press forwards here. We've got 2 Flammenwerfers, a Pak 3850, which as long as he doesn't push that T-34E into, will definitely be able to kill with the infantry. And the 1 Panzergren here, that's going to be a bit more of an issue. The Sapri Rocks are pushing forwards. They should take care of the Flammenwerfers quite easily. Although, no, he's using a move command, so he needs to use he does still manage to kill one of them, but the move command really hurt him there. He needs to change to an attack move command, so that Sapri Rocks, as soon as it sees an enemy unit, it stops in place and starts firing its weapons. So a micro mistake from Litiger there. Down goes one of the T-34Es. I think it was engaging with the Panzer 4G. So he did try and move. Oh, I think, although maybe it was a reinforcing one because we still have 2 here. He has split them up, so I think that was the right call to split up those T-34Es, and he's pushing them forwards. Alexandre's reinforcing in with Panzergrens, with Panzerfaust. So at least he has some infantry AT on him. The Focke-Wulf 190A8 is going to come in and strafe the 82 mil. Will pin that down. Doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage. The T-34E is okay for the moment though. No anti-tank capability on these northern units, but I think Litiger, once he realizes the Panzerfaust is on these Panzergrens, he has to be careful how he uses the the T-34E. Alexandre's pushing a lot of units into this center city area, and it's the right call because he has his Königsdagger here, so it's the right area for him to attack in, you know, to really push forwards. And if he can get this Königsdagger through the city onto the reinforcement lines, he's going to have a fantastic time. It looks like an engagement was going on in the air there. Alexandre did bring in a Focke-Wulf, but David G has the 3 Yaks here, and so has dealt with that air attack. But it was kind of an over-investment, I think. I think he only needed the 2 Yak 1Bs in there, or maybe even 1 and an anti-air unit. Oh, he has now spawned in the 2 anti-air units as well. So I think, yeah, down goes one of the Focke-Wulfs to the Gepards. Alexandra's also spawning in a flat 4188 mil. But yeah, I think a little bit too much of an overreaction there from the Tiger. I would have thought it would have been better to bring in a ZSU M17 and then spawn in a fighter after that, and those two combined would have been enough to handle the 1 Focke-Wulf in the air at that point. But instead, Le Tiger invested in 3 Yak 1Bs and 2 ZSU M17. So the 3 Yak 1Bs, they were 90 points apiece. That's 270 points. You add the 160 points for the 2 ZSU M17s, and that's what, over 400 points to kind of counter 1 aircraft. So just too much money spent here. Alexandre pushing forwards into this center city, and like I say, this is the right call. He's supported by the Königstiger here, but he has to get some more use out of that Königstiger. At the moment, you know, it's not doing a great deal. It's just sat on the crossroads. I mean, it is covering the reinforcement zone, but then actually this crossroads isn't the main reinforcement points. It's this center road here. So bringing it into a better position, you know, he has to be careful not to throw it away needlessly. But you know, I would like to see it flank around the sort of northern or southern side rather than just sit in this main city. In the southern area, the Ognamachiki reinforcing units all have gone down. There is a Panzer IV-G here. It looks like the Marder went down. Not sure exactly what it went down to. Looks like we have a Jeep that's gone down there. Probably this T-34E might have killed that Marder. You know, it might have killed it and then moved position. We have a KV-8S in there, and it's not doing too much right now. But I think Le Tiger's concentrating elsewhere. His mortar's gone down. He is bringing an ISU in now. We are into phase B. So he has 3 in total. So he has 1 more after this IS-2. No second Königstiger in yet from Alexandre. The KV-8S is pushing forwards, and I like the idea of maybe pushing into this light forest. He has the flamethrower on this unit, so it can engage. You know, the light forest is not necessarily the worst spot for it. He's just got to look out for 80 units. The IS-2, I think, bails out the Panzer 39HD, or something bailed it out. I think maybe it was even this KV-8S up here. Still no movement of this Königstiger, despite there being armoured units in here. You know, Alexandre's not really kind of pushing this into a position to try and get shots on. Like, he could have pushed this south here to try and cover this area. Instead, he's moving the Pak 38 to do that job. Whereas he could combine several. He's got a lot of units back here. The 39H. He's got a Pak 38. He's got the Königstiger, kind of all not really doing too much. In the northern side, I think Le Tiger, hopefully he's moving forwards now. He has the Guardia, but I mean, look at Alexandre. He's got nothing back here. If Le Tiger has enough units right now to press forwards, even this T-34E, I mean, it would be very daring, but if he just fast moved down this road, he might well make it by this Pak 38 before the Pak 38 can fire on him if he comes down this main road. I mean, I wouldn't advise it. I would just push your infantry forwards at this point. The Cherno Pidzanika are in here. He's bringing in a mortar to help him out, so hopefully he's looking for an attack, but I think the Guardia has connected the Sapri Rocks now. Look at this territory swing. This must be telling the Tiger that there's nothing here. Is he going to pick the flag up? I think he's going to pick this flag up because there's just nothing here protecting it. So this is a point for Le Tiger, you know. Yes, he has got this flag. So if he notices this, he's probably microing in the center, and that's where all his units are going right now. So he's concentrating on the center and south. The KV-8S did go down to the Panzer IV-G, so nice work from Alexandre getting rid of that. But I think Le Tiger is tunnel visioning right now into this central area. and the southern side, and he's not realizing the opportunity at his hand in this northern area. But he has just microed the unless he put that unit on counter battery. I think he probably put that mortar on counter battery there, unless he can somehow spot that. He may well be able to spot it with the Cherno Pizzaniki here. But yeah, I mean, reading the front line, this should tell him that there's nothing here, because this is his closest unit, the Sapri Rocks. And so for the front line to be here, that means that the other unit on Alexander's side has to be kind of equidistant away. So you kind of, I would be looking at that thinking, wow, he's only got a unit back here in this town. That's kind of what I would be reading from this front line, is that's where his nearest unit is, in this town. So press the attack, press forwards. He has so many infantry here that are kind of not being used. Yeah, if he just attack moves these Cherno Pizzanikis forwards, they're going to discover the Panzergrenz. If he attacks moves all of these infantry units forwards, they're going to discover the Pak 38, and they're going to slowly make their way through forwards. And even if he doesn't make it to this position, at least Alexander's going to have to react to the pressure that Litaiga puts on in this northern side. So he's going to have to stop reinforcing the centre and the southern area and start reinforcing the northern area. Right now, Litaiga has a 13-11. He is actually up on Alexander, but he's really missing the opportunity that's in front of him on this northern side. He has just picked up this flag. I don't know whether that was just happened or maybe I missed that, but there is a massive opportunity in that northern side that's just being missed right now. Oh, it's just so hard to watch that opportunity just go missing in the northern area. But these two players, they are league group 4 players, so they are fairly new to the game, so it is understandable kind of, and this is the learning experience. We just watched or the previous cast, we had Here Robert versus Gonzo, and they are the two, you know, group 1 players. They're very experienced at this game, been playing for a very long time, and it does take a very long time to get good at this game. It really does. So it's understandable that mistakes are being made. Now Alexander's realised, he has realised that there is nothing here protecting this flag, and so he's spawning in the Ersatz-Truppen, and this is the opportunity lost now for Litaiga. Okay, now he's making a movement. He's using a move command. It should be an attack move, but at least he's making a movement forward with these Guardia here. And they should easily win out against the Pak 3850. But the opportunity is gone. The Ersatz-Truppen have come in. They're reinforcing the position. There's still enough here. Litaiga still has enough to beat those Ersatz-Truppen. But Alexander now realizes, oh, okay, here comes more units, even more Guardia. But I don't think Litaiga realizes how much of an advantage he has in this northern area right now. He just needs to push forwards the attack. The Pak gun did go down. There's only one Panzergren holding this entire area, and he has so many units up here. He just needs to push them forwards. So hopefully, Litaiga, if you're watching this this cast, it's something for you to pick up on. You know, try not to get too tunnel visioned on one area. You know, if you're microing, clearly you're engaging these infantry. If I'm looking at your perspective right now, you know, you're probably microing those planes in there. Once you've ordered that, you know, flick out, zoom out, quickly look at the map. Okay, the front line's so far forward over this area. Let's press the attack forwards, give attack moves, flick out. You know, okay, the center needs micro. Come in, do some micro, flick out again. You know, I'm constantly zooming in and out when I'm doing my micro. So hopefully, you know, try to do that a little bit more, and I think your game will definitely improve. We're at a 12-12 right now. Litaiga versus Alexander. Litaiga has managed to clear up the infantry units here, so he has picked this flag up, and definitely the flanks are where Alexander's exposed right now. The center. Ooh, down comes the off map from the Bayo Panzer 38 HF, 173mm off map. The center is where Alexander's, you know, got some key forces. He has the Königstiger. Ooh, a second IS-2 has gone down here. A second IS-2 has gone down. So that's 2 IS-2s gone from Litaiga. He only has this last one left at his disposal, and it was the Pack 43 88mm here, and it's on an efficient shot, gets the loader wound, and it should actually pick off the third and final IS-2 here. Bounce. Oh, this could go down. This IS-2 is going to go down surely. There it is on the hill. Yeah, down goes the IS-2. That was the third and final IS-2 in Latiger's deck. So no more IS-2s. Alexander hasn't lost a Königstiger, and he definitely has the advantage now. Latiger just does not have the armoured vehicles at his disposal. I'm imagining he's probably only got infantry left at this point. And I think Alexander will be able to push forwards with his vehicles and really get some momentum back. In the southern side, looks like he's pushing forwards with an attack with the Panzergrenz. He has the Panzer IV-G. The Pioneers are pushing through to the forest. He will pick up that flag again, and I think he's going to get the lead. In the northern side, yes, we have the attack coming in. We have the attack coming in. They are on move orders. These should be attack move orders, definitely. These have to be attack move orders, because they're taking so much suppression damage, because you take more damage while you're moving. Whereas if all of these would have moved forward, stopped, and then started firing on the Panzergrenz there, then they would have dealt with those Panzergrenz much quicker. The second reason is you can't fire all your weapons while you're moving. The machine gun, I don't think that fires while it's moving. The flamethrower doesn't fire while it's moving. The satchel chargers, you can't use them while you're moving. Now the T-34E pushes forwards, and maybe Latiger realizes, actually, there is nothing here. I mean, he has the 4 Ersatztruppen. Alexander has the 4 Ersatztruppen, but there's no anti-tank weaponry up right now. There's a Panzer M4. That's all that's going to be able to deal with this T-34E. And all of these units should now be pushing forwards. That T-34 is exposed, that there's nothing in the position. All of these units, okay, they are now on attack on movement orders. You know, use an attack move order, but still, they're on moving forwards now. The Guardia are reinforcing in, so I like the push that's happening on this northern side now. Latiger is under trouble though in the southern side. Alexander's making a nice push with his Panzer Grenadiers, Pioneers, and the Panzer IV-G. He's got to worry about these 2 AT guns. That Panzer IV-G is in a dangerous position. Yeah, crew killed and then panicked. They would be panicking if they're all dead, that's for sure. Down goes the M42, I think, to the Panzergrenz fire. Oh, both of the AT guns to the Panzergrenz fire. But yeah. Yeah, probably I don't know. I probably would have moved that Panzer IV up forwards as well, so understandable that happened. But Alexander definitely has more units up here. I definitely think he's going to be able to push through in this attack. And in the city, he's really pushing Latiger back now. He's still not moved that Königstiger. That Königstiger, like, the front line is moved forwards now, so at least take up the next crossroads. At least take up the next crossroads with this Königstiger. But definitely, and he's killed 3 IS-2s. I mean, maybe he doesn't quite realise that he's killed 3 IS-2s, but bring that Königstiger round into this southern position and get it into this area here and let it fire on all the reinforcement zones. Do have an IL-237 coming in from Latiger, targeting the Sherman in this northern side. The T-34E did go down. But Latiger has managed to push his units forward, but there's still too much in reserve. Push all of your units up, besides maybe this one Cherno Pizzaniki and this one mortar. That's all you need to hold the ground. You know, leave that one unit there, so there's at least, you know, an infantry unit there. Push every other infantry unit up. You could even, you know, just leave this 5-man Cherno Pizzaniki up there, just to at least hold the front line. I would probably push it into this position, into this forest, get it into cover, and then push every other unit up besides the mortar, so that you're using all of your units. Because right now, all of these units are kind of dead units. They're not being used for anything. We see some aircraft go down. in the northern area. Alexandre's definitely pushing through the city now. He has the 1410 up on the Tiger. The IS-2s have gone down. Wow, he's even got this flag back here. It's very successful southern push from Alexander. Well played there with the Panzergrens. Definitely pushing down through this southern side. The mortar is trying to do its best, but won't be able to engage. Again, Alexander not quite using all of his units at his disposal. Should be moving all of these armoured vehicles up. Even have this Flak 41 on an attack move into this kind of position. You know, just get it moving a bit closer to the front. You can definitely stick it here. Have it closer so it can engage on aircraft, you know, much earlier. He's bringing much more infantry, and I think he's going to launch a centre attack any moment now. Alexander has cleared up this northern area with the 3 Panzer 4Gs and the Panzer M4. So Litiga, I mean, he has enough here to defend, but it was kind of a mistake. He took a bit too long to push forwards this attack, and he missed the opportunity. He really missed the opportunity in this northern section. One thing I'd say, the ZIS 3 guns, they're currently in the ZIS 42 armoured personnel carrier. You know, don't have them, don't use this transport. Anybody playing this game, this is not just, you know, for the Tiger, this is for anyone, you know, playing and learning this game. Don't use this transport. It is too slow. It is too slow. Use the Studebakers. Use the Studebakers. So the Su-76M has been gun jammed, I think probably by this Panzer 4G back here. Alexander pushed forward his Panzer 4G, again kind of exposing it too much. None of this infantry has AT on it, so I guess maybe that's why, because he hasn't seen much infantry with anti-tank weaponry on it. So actually, yeah, to be fair to him, that was an okay movement, but it does die to the ZIS 3 guns that just came in. So yeah, that one does go down. The city well and truly under Alexander's control here. 16-8 up. He just has to press forward for the victory, but this Königstiger still hasn't moved. I mean, look at the front line. Move it all the way up. Push it right the way through right now. Be aggressive with these units. I mean, he's using the Ersatztruppen and he's using attack move orders. That's the right call, but use all of your units back here. Get this Pak 38 moving forwards. Get the Panzer 4G moving. Get the Flammenwerfers right on the front here. Get this Pak 38, you know, pushing a bit further south. Get your tanks back here. Get them moving up. Get the Flak 41 moving up into this position. There's so many movement orders that can be given right here, you know, and use attack move orders. Use attack move orders. So I think Alexander's definitely missing. Maybe it's a little bit of micro, you know, these players will be getting used to the game. There is a lot to micro early on in this game. So this is not criticism. Like, I'm not saying these things to, wow. I have a feeling that the Tiger only has infantry left in his deck at this point, and he's kind of panicked, and he needs to make an attack somewhere. He's 16-8 down. I understand why that just happened. The Tiger is 16-8 down, and he's thinking, I need to attack somewhere to get some flags back, and so he's just spammed all of the infantry that he's possibly got left. I mean, to spam this amount of infantry as well means that he's floating a lot of points. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a sore throat coming through now. So he must have been floating a lot of points. So definitely keep up with your income. I know it's hard. There are so many things, and I'm saying there's so many things to improve here, but you can only ever really work on sort of one thing at a time. You know, maybe work on so many Guardias. You know, work on recognizing the biggest thing I think Litiga missed out on here was this opportunity in the north. So work on what I was saying earlier. Don't get tunnel visioned onto a central area. Pull back, look at the map. Oh my god, the front line so far forwards. I can attack here, push forward the attack. Work on that one thing. Once you've, you know, had a few games, you've been practicing that, come back to the cast. Listen to what we're saying or watch more of your replays, and then work on the second thing, which is not floating points. Don't float points so you can get as many Guardias as you possibly can here. Oh my god, these 250/9s are going to have a field day. Truck after truck is just going to come down here. Oh, he doesn't load them. Oh, there's an off map coming in as well. Oh, will it get all of these units? Oh my days. Oh, they are unloaded. Oh no, they're going to unload right into this off map. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. This off map. I mean, it's an emergency. It could well do with being a less emergency off map, but they're all caught. Oh god, there's so many infantry units right now caught in this off map. They're all pinned down. Maybe 3, so 5 infantry units escaped. There's so many Panzergrens here. I think Alexander, the thing for him to take from this game, hopefully if he watches it, is to, you know, keep your units in the action. He has finally moved this Königstiger forward. We are 31 minutes into this game. I think this Königstiger definitely came in phase A. I'm probably going to think maybe 5-6 minutes in it was a reaction to the IS-2. So for 25 minutes that Königstiger sat on that crossroads and it barely did a thing. It's fired 3 AP rounds and it's fired a fair few infantry HE rounds, but the purpose of this unit is, you know, it is the big daddy of the field. It is to use that main gun, and it's just not been using it as effectively. So for Alexander, you know, push up your units. There's Panzer IV H's here. Push them forwards. They're covered by a Flak 43 88mm. Oh, and there goes the surrender from, I don't know whether that was the time or whether that was the surrender from David, from Le Tiger. But yeah, 31 minutes, 45 seconds. Congratulations to Alexandra. Does pick up the victory. 3,400 kills to 1,700 losses. And some things for both players to work on. Hopefully, you know, hopefully they take the cast in the right way. You know, this is supposed to be helping. I'm not trying to criticize all of the mistakes. I guess you call them mistakes, all the improvements, all the things that I'm pointing out to try and help improve the players, and also viewers watching that maybe, you know, are only just picking up this game. So it is meant in the spirit of improvement. Let's have a look at the kills. Yeah, this is the kills for Alexander. The Königstiger, big kill on the IS-2 early on, but just not enough use out of that Königstiger. And then I think the other 2 IS-2s went down here, yeah, to the Pak 43 88mm. So fantastic reaction from Alexander to bring that unit into the right position to pick off those IS-2 kills, because I think Le Tiger kind of suffered in the same way that Alexander suffered, and it's not the 2 players being bad. It's just because they're less experienced and newer to the game, so they're struggling with a lot more things. So, but I think both players brought their heaviest tanks in and then just sat them in the same position. And as a new player, it's a trap that you fall into when you're using these big, heavy tanks like the IS-2 and the Königstiger. They are the monsters of the battlefield, so you need to use them at long range, but you can't just have them sat in one spot, because what is going to happen is if you leave them in one spot, an enemy is going to work out, right, how do I destroy those IS-2s? They were in the same spot. I need something that can kill them. Right, I have a Pak 43 88mm. How do I get that Pak 43 88mm into a killing position? Okay, so I bring it down in the southern side, bring it through the forest, get it into position, and bang, both your heavy tanks are gone. Because you've left them exposed, you've left them out in the open, and you haven't moved them. So it's just given the enemy the opportunity to find a way to destroy them. So yeah, there was a lot for both players to work on in this game. and hopefully both players will watch the cast and pick something up, and hopefully, like I say, if there's new players out there, hopefully you can learn something from the game. I think the Tiger missed a big opportunity in the north, and I think if he had have taken that opportunity, the game might have been different. I also think the deck choices maybe affected him a little bit. The 84th really lacked on those supporting vehicles, but maybe it was a counter pick to the 21st Panzer. Maybe he didn't ban the 21st Panzer. I'm not quite sure, but I definitely think maybe he was worried about those Königstigers, so he took the IS-2 division. There we go. That's enough. That is enough. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've got something from this cast. And also, you know, just make sure you're being nice in the comments, because the community, I think the core community is a pretty good community, and certainly I think a better community than other similar games. Less toxic. So yeah, just let's enjoy the games with the spirit of improvement, and hopefully, you know, these guys, they're playing in Steel Division League, they are in the lowest group, but you know, the more experience, these competitive games that they're getting, they will play much better. And I have watched both players play games since this one was played, so I'm recording this later, and they've played much better and they've made improvements. So you know, that's all you can ask for, really. And these players, I foresee a great future for both of them. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I am Angry Bird. I will see you next time.